The MOS of a 56 mic in the United States Army is a chaplain's assistant. So in this video I'm giving you a brief summary of this MOS, so let's start off with some of the job duties of this chaplain's assistant in the United States Army. So the job duties of this 56 mic is going to include things like coordinating religious support functions, screening and deferring distressed soldiers and or family members, and several other tasks that will support that chaplain for the unit. Now this MOS is available for enlisted soldiers looking to go active duty, National Guard, or reserves. And to do so, it is going to require an individual to have a high school diploma or a GED, as well as take the ASVAB and get a qualifying AFKT score to qualify for the United States Army. Now to qualify for this MOS, they're going to be looking at the clerical section of the ASVAB, in which you need to at least score a 90 in this section to qualify for this MOS. Now that clerical section of the ASVAB is made up of 4 subjects that make up that score. Those subjects include word knowledge, paragraph comprehension, arithmetic reasoning, and mathematics knowledge. Now the training to become a chaplain's assistant will include the normal 10 weeks of basic training, and from there a soldier will move on to Fort Jackson, South Carolina for 6 weeks of AIT. Now because soldiers will work with sensitive information, this does require them to have a security clearance, so that means they will do a background check to look into your past criminal history, any kind of financial stuff, and all that kind of fun stuff to make sure you qualify for a security clearance. Now, right there in the name of this MOS, chaplain's assistant, that is what this individual is doing, is assisting that chaplain. There's typically 1 chaplain per unit, and going along with that will be 1 chaplain's assistant. There might be some situations where you might be more than 1, but the most common kind of situation is 1 chaplain's assistant for that 1 chaplain for the unit. So they're doing assisting things. They're working inside the chapel to get things ready. They're organizing worship services, organizing events if the chaplain is doing stuff. But one of the really common things that you will see is this chaplain assistant will also be the driver for the chaplain. Now if the chaplain needs to go out to the field, they need to go to different locations to do worship services, to do counseling or whatever, then the chaplain has to get there in some way. So they either have a Humvee, maybe a government vehicle or whatever, but this chaplain assistant is commonly the driver to get that chaplain to where they need to be. Now also one thing to be aware of is the chaplain does not carry a weapon. The chaplain's assistant does carry a weapon. So in some ways the chaplain's assistant almost acts like a bodyguard. Now don't read into that too much, but they are the one with the weapon where the chaplain doesn't have a weapon. So in some form or manner that chaplain's assistant is kind of the protection for that chaplain. Now as far as getting a job outside of the Army with this is usually geared towards individuals that are really looking to work in their community with a church or something like that to be able to build on those skills and take those skills with them to a civilian church, or possibly just being a career soldier and staying in the Army for 20+ years working in this MOS. But with these skills, they still could transition to another career because of those organization skills, those planning skills, and leadership skills. They could still move on to other potential opportunities in the civilian sector. So if you have any viewers out there that are currently in this MOS or even previously in this MOS, leave some comments down below about your experiences. If you have an MOS you're interested in, leave those down in the comments as well. I like to look to those to get inspiration. Thank you so much for watching. I'm ChristChaos, and I'll see you next time. See ya.